a lot has happened since the last video, the most obvious one being my hair. I recut it off, did my second big chop. But yeah, let me catch y'all up on the things that have been happening since the last post. Today is March 3rd. You will be getting this video sometime Friday after I'm done editing and filming the other videos that I'll be filming throughout the week. So you'll be getting this sometime Friday. So, but where did we last leave off? So we last left off, if I got my computer right here, we last left off, you know, me vlogging about my fast drafting experience for my debut novel, The Hairdresser's Daughter. So it came and it went only because I blamed AT&T. So this is what happened. So Monday and Tuesday went fine. It went according to plan. Wednesday and Thursday, that's kind of where shit kind of hit the fan a little bit. So my family and I, we were changing, long story short, my family and I, we are changing for phone service plans. And that appointment that I thought would be like an hour and a half, maybe 2 max, turned into 3 going on 4. So it ended up with us leaving at 6:40 going on 7. So that time at the library from 6 to 8 was already done for. So obviously I had to cancel that. And for that day, that was, I think I have myself, I don't have my planner with me, but I think I was plotting. That whole day was going to be dedicated to plotting. I believe. I could be wrong, but it was dedicated to something like that. And then the next day was going to be focused on my writing schedule. So it would be Thursday. So we created my writing schedule so I could set myself up for success, right? That didn't work out because we ended up leaving the phone store with our phones, well, my phone barely working. So I went from an Android to an iPhone, and I haven't had an iPhone in fucking years. So anyway, long story short, they sent me home, not knowing what I was doing. I messed up the phone, and then the phone was not working because I had deleted some type of eSIM or whatever. It was just tragic. So then I had to go an entire day without a phone. Like, I could have filmed and I could have still did stuff, but I was so blown because I had so many like stories and pictures and music associated with like you know, my novels that I kept like in my gallery or in my Apple Music or in my notes. None of that got transferred over. So I was over it. I was livid. I was livid. And I'm still kind of like upset, but I'm managing to get this phone to where my other phone was. I've lost all my notes. But the good thing is I still remember the story concepts, so I'll just rewrite them down. I've lost all the pictures that I had in my gallery. They're gone. I don't know what happened. I thought I hit transfer over to the pictures. Long story short, none of my pictures got sent over. Okay, I had like 5,000 pictures in my gallery, only about like 3,000 came up. So like the last 2 years, the most recent, nothing was there. Like nothing. I was like, are you kidding me? And then with the whole Apple Music, I'm trying to get my music from my Android to my Apple. It was a bust too. So the playlist that I had, the meditation stuff that I had that I play when I'm in here, I don't got none of it. So needless to say, I was bummed for Wednesday and Thursday. So then that leaves to Friday. So Friday was my catch-up day, like I had planned for it to be. So Friday, I looked at my plot and I realized I wasn't giving you guys the book readers, the progress wasn't gonna match the promise at the end of the book. So basically I looked at my plot and the math wasn't math, and what I wanted to happen in the book didn't make sense. I was mixing things up. And long story short, if I try to explain this well, where I started off in the book would not fit for what I want personally. So I had to work on that, and I did some readjusting of my plot, and I'm still readjusting even to this like moment. Like, I have my notes and everything, because there are certain aspects that I want to be anticipated in the book, and I wasn't giving y'all the answers to those anticipated questions until like the very end, and it was like, this gets revealed, this gets revealed, that gets revealed, and I'm like, that doesn't really make sense. I need to give you guys more, or the readers more, as they read. So I had to do some replotting and rethinking, because relationships get are affected in this book, and I wasn't showing that as much as I should have. Relationships from my main character Amali to the supporting side characters, her love interest, even the adults. What I had wasn't really working, so I redid it. So then that goes into my writing schedule. So I figured out a writing schedule. As you guys can see, we're in the library, my favorite place. So I was able to get this all set up with my Dabble, and I'm gonna show y'all what I did really quickly, like my word count goal and all that stuff, like right now. Just gonna switch it over. I have to excuse the Pinterest image down here. I can't close it. Ever since I downloaded iTunes on my computer, my shit has been freezing, so I'm just about to just delete it and all that stuff. Like, my computer is not acting right. But anyway, so here is my goals and settings for this, and I'm going to show you my plan. So obviously, you know, the word count, not the word count, the word count source, this is for the book, The Hairdresser Daughter. So I'm shooting for 50,000 words. Why is that grayed out? Like, oh, that's supposed to be grayed out like that. So I'm shooting for 50,000 words. I don't know why I forgot about May. So I technically have March, April, May until the 1st of June to be done with this. So what I've done for my daily word count, I've kind of had it set up like NaNoWriMo. But what I'll probably do is I'll probably just change that to 2,000 words. Let me be for real, because that's what I really want to do. I really want to do, 2,000 words for my goals. So basically this is what I have done. So I've had it, everything grayed out is my work days, I believe. So my days off are, okay, actually, let's look at this schedule. Don't look at that one, look at this one. So, son of a bitch, come on. Okay, here we go. Here are my work days. So the 3rd through the 31st, these are my work days. I am not working on Saturdays and Sundays. So I've allotted all this time. This is what April's gonna look like in May, until the end of when I want to be done is June 1st. So I've already set that up here in Dabble. So I also get reminders from Dabble as well, like, hey, it's time to write, or it's time for this. So basically I did that with the days off, and you can click on it and unclick it. So for me, my days off are Saturdays and Sundays. I set the word count goal, which you can also get emails sent to you as a reminder. I'm also doing that as well, for to hit your 2,000 word goal. So I have 91 days until until this manuscript is going to be done. So far I have written 454 words. I have 49,546 remaining in the total project, so that's pretty exciting. Let me turn. So that's what my Dabble account looks like, and then what else was I going to say? It was just on the tip of my tongue, and I literally just forgot. Oh, so what I did today, since it is March 1st, I wrote the prologue. The prologue's not perfect, and it's not as long as I want it to be, but I went through the 2 prologues that I was thinking about, and I was like, okay, this one makes more sense, because it's both prologues. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but both prologues pertain to the protagonist, obviously, but I feel like this first option that I went for, it was in her voice, when she was younger, an event happened to her and all that stuff. It was just describing that. I felt like that was more appropriate than the third person, like omniscient prologue. So I just asked that, and I just wrote the prologue, which is her and her mother in that scene. So it's, again, it's not perfect. It's only 400 something words, so it's nowhere near like the 2,000 that I want. But I felt like the prologue didn't have to be long. It's 2 pages. It's explaining what's happening. You see at the end her magic, and then that's that. So now we move on to part 1, where the book gets started, and I've shifted some things where it starts. I felt like it would be better to show than tell, so I'm having Amali start off in a different, I'm having her possibly already starting off while already working with the Solomon family, and this is like her day 2 or day 3. Like the events that I had as the setup originally, I don't think I'm gonna write that. I may not, but I don't think it's important or relevant. I think her setup and setting up the relationships with the other characters is more important. Now we'll go back to her mom, but I just feel like it's more interesting, like the relationship between her and her mom is like already broken because she took the job or whatever, like something along those lines. I'm still fiddling with the idea, but it's always hard for me to try to figure out where to start my story, like where is like the right time to like put a pin in it, because I don't want to start like off like in the beginning and kind of like pull you through, and it's kind of like I kind of like stuff to get moving. So I think having her already accept the position, and then the setup is just like her getting more accommodated to her situation, all that stuff. Like she may have a run-in or something with her mom, something along those lines, because I'm still going to show aspects that I wanted to set up previously about her character, her personality, and all that stuff. And I believe I can still do that, putting Amali already kind of in the position where this would have been her debate scene. Like she's already in it for the opening image, if that makes sense, because I was putting the catalyst and things happening. Like the king's gonna die, but the king was dying like chapters in, and I need the king and all this shit to happen like within the first 2 or 3 chapters. Like I need to set it up a little bit faster, because the fun and games, the promise of her, like well, the promise of the story is her using her magic to to prove her innocence and all, fight for her freedom and all that stuff. So I have to put enough in there, and I wasn't doing that at first, if that makes sense. I wasn't giving her enough chapters in my previous outline where she was gonna discover her magic a little bit more, how we go in and out of discovering who actually was the person who took the king out, and then revealing them, and then the factors that went into that, and then like the twists and turns that I have in this book when it comes to certain characters. That needs to be sooner than later, and it will feel more impactful, I believe. So that's what I'm working on now, and that's what I'm doing. So time check, it is 7:02. I am gonna wrap it up kind of quick, but I will be back here. We're gonna be back here all this week from 6 to 8, and we're just gonna be busting out chapters as much as we can. So this was the first day of fast drafting our debut novel. Had some hiccups along the way, but I hope for the best. It's gonna go good. It's gonna go good as long as I show up for myself and I write something. Shit's gonna get done. So, all right, I will see y'all tomorrow. So it is the next day. I am back in the library, as you can see, back in the exact same room, and right now I am on my 5-minute break. So I decided the best way that I want to approach writing this is to have work break enters. What's the word I want to use? So I'm writing for 30 minutes. So I just got done writing for 30 minutes straight, no distractions, no nothing. And now I put on a 5-minute timer for my break so I could just reconvene with y'all, because I want to talk to y'all a little bit. So remember what I said yesterday in that last clip? I think I was overthinking things, and I think I was just making it more complicated for myself because I tend to do that. So for this first chapter that I'm writing, I've already written 2 pages. I'm gonna go with my first idea that I had that I've already kind of like plotted in the old, not my old planner, but the older plot that I had for this story idea. I'm gonna stick with that. I think I could fiddle with it a little bit. I think I was just, like I said, overthinking it, trying to overcomplicate it, and I did not need to do that. Because I feel like usually what you think of first is typically the best, or like the idea, at least for me, that's what I think. Because the first idea usually comes naturally to me, so I'm like, okay, I might as well just go into that. So I've already seen this scene play out in my head. I might as well just write and all that stuff. So that's what I'm doing. So it's a scene with Amali, her mother, and one of her mother's clients, Mrs. Fola, or Miss Fola. So yeah, it's about 483 words. Now, I know my goal is to hit 2,000 per chapter, because I'm basing that off of my fan fiction that I would write. So I don't know how close I'm going to get to hitting 2,000, especially with me taking about 4 or 5 minute breaks. So that's 15 minutes of like not writing. But I know I need time to like decompress and think about what I have written, what I plan to write, and then I also have my notebook, so if I have like any ideas and stuff, I can jot that down. Also, I thought more about my magic system and how it works. So I did do some thinking of that earlier in the day. I didn't get to write anything down, but during my next 5 minute break, because this 5 minute break's almost over, I've got about 2 more minutes left. When it comes to what is the actual magic system, how do these people have it, I think I solidified it a little bit more. And so how Amali is going to amplify her magic, or her essence, like the essence in her blood. That's what the magic is, right? So I was thinking that she too had to have her own like coming of age ceremony, like kind of like ritual to help her step into her magic, because that is a scene that happens previously for my 2 twin characters, right? So I'm like, wait, if they have one, she's gonna have to have one, because it makes more sense for her. I don't want to give away too much detail, but for her it plays out swimmingly. For them, not so much, but it's a reason why. So yeah, so now I'm just thinking of things for her to do when it comes to that part in my book. And I know I'm a ways away from that. I'm thinking that part 1 is going to end and part 2 is going to open with a different character. Now, I got 50 seconds left before it's, my 5 minutes is up. Now, I also thought about this for a little bit while I was at home. I think I know I want to add a multiple person chapter. It won't be even. Like usually when I try to do stuff with like multiple points of views, I try to have each character have even chapters. I know I don't need that. I know for this first part of this book will be strictly Amali until we go into part 2, which is her going into her debate scene, and then that just brings in the other side characters that are still very much important, and I need their side of how things are going as well. Okay, so that's my timer going off. So my 5 minutes is up, so I gotta get back to writing. Checking in back with y'all. It is 7:51 and the alarm just rang, so we are done with our last writing session, or yeah, time block or whatever. So yeah, we did it. We hit our goal. We actually finished the chapter, and I'm just gonna read to you the stats. So I ended up writing 7 pages. I ended up, it's 7 pages. Ended up writing 1,729 words. I did end up going back to my previous word count of 1,666 because that's still going to get me to 50,000 words at the end of the project like it will with NaNoWriMo. So that's just what I'm going to do, because trying to hit 2,000 words is when I'm like in sandbox mode and I have to write everything from scratch and I don't already have a world that's already like known and established. It's a little bit too much, but we did hit our goals and all that stuff, so I am happy. And I think it's better for me this way, so I can visually see the bar moving and going forward, because I'm a very like reward based driven person. So when I can see the progress is happening at a rather quick pace, that just keeps me motivated. So yeah, so I'm gonna let y'all see the stats, and then I will see y'all tomorrow. Here are the stats, just right here. So it feels good to just see that blue bar completed, even to see this. Like, look at how much progress, total progress. I've made 4% progress. Like, can you imagine when we get to like the halfway mark? Like, oh my God, I could cry. But yeah, during this time, I did introduce a new character that he had been playing in my mind. He's not very significant, but he is in like the first chapter or two, just name and reference. And so, because he's connected to another character, another side character, but I didn't even have a name for him, so I just put so-and-so's son, so-and-so's son. Like, I did a lot of like word fillers and all that stuff. So maybe over the weekend or tomorrow I'll think of an actual name for this man, because it's just it was a little bit taking me out of the moment when I was like so-and-so's son, when I wanted to give him an actual character name, but I didn't have the time to focus on it. So anyway, I will see y'all tomorrow. We will be starting on chapter 2. We will be finishing chapter 2, because that's also a goal that I want to do. I want to finish a chapter a day. And it looks like 1,666 words is 7 pages, so that's good. I feel like that's a good amount of time to have each chapter just as this zero draft, like, because I know it's gonna be sloppy and messy, but yeah. So I will see y'all tomorrow, March 5th. Hey y'all, so I'm making sure I'm recording this time because this is our second 5-minute break. And I talked to y'all about, the progress I was making and all that jazz earlier, and none of it was recorded. So, hi, it is the next day. It's March 5th. It is currently 7:17, and like I said, we are at our second 5-minute break. So, let me wrap y'all up with what has happened. So I have officially subscribed to Dabs, or subscription. I went for the annual for the 15, which was $15 a month, which came out to $180 a year, which I ended up paying for just flat out, right? Then paying the $19 a month, which was like $2 something. It was just, yeah, so I couldn't even start writing until I paid. So that kind of slowed me down a little bit. But let me tell y'all where we are at. So we are just at the part where Amali has accidentally crashed into the prince. She doesn't know he's the prince because she's never seen the royal family in her life, but she's at the festival. She's about to enter the contest, and she just kind of rushes into him and doesn't realize it is him just yet. So we are at 1,441 words. Our goal is 1,666, so we'll be hitting that tonight, period. We are at 6 pages thus far, and this will be where her debate scene kind of happens. So during this scene, she's going to enter the contest, all that stuff is going to happen. I don't know, you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking that I'm just going to have this be the simplest, easiest plot to go by. Like, she enters, she wins, this and that, and then, that's how life-changing it is. And then as I revise this for like the official draft, like right now I'm considering this the zero draft. Like, I'm just writing whatever I am thinking of. I've kind of plotted down, like loosely plotted everything. So I've already know what I want to happen. So I'm just spilling it out on here in this zero draft. It doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be on here. So it's just gonna be bare basic, following the formula, following the formula of things. And then I'll add, twists and turns and more interesting things as I revise. So my plan is to write the entire zero draft on Dabble and then transfer that over to maybe Scrivener or Word document. I'm not quite sure which one I'm gonna go to, but I know I'm not gonna edit and do things on here. This is just strictly so I can just write everything down in one place and then see the progress I've made and then, you know, move it over to another platform, if that makes sense. So yeah, so far everything's going good. I gave myself a pep talk before this writing session because I've been really having to romanticize writing, because I don't know about you, but it's like the sacrifices that we creative people have to make in order to like dive into our work and our passion. It's just like, I feel like nobody talks about the sacrifices enough. Like, it's just, I don't know, I've just been feeling a type of way a little bit about it. Just like, I'm only spending 2 hours a day at the library, but yet I still feel like I am neglecting other aspects of my life, which is totally not fair. Just totally like my mom brain kind of like thinking that. So yeah, so like I've just been trying to romanticize writing because this is gonna be my career. This is my passion, this is gonna be my career, and I have to focus on it, obviously, which means I have to get this undivided attention whenever I am doing it. And I feel like 2 hours is fair, it's enough. It's hard for me to, you know, devote time during the day when I'm with my son, really, because, you know, I have the mom and I really can't like focus. I get brought in and out of it. So I'm like, this is the only time that I can really like devote my time fully to this. And you know, just sometimes it's just hard. It's just hard sometimes. So yeah, but you know, that's just life, I guess. So we are coming towards the end of our final break. So it is 7:22. Yeah, I got 20 seconds left on our 5-minute break right now. I was gonna show you guys stuff, but I guess I'll just wait until after. Yeah, just been like hitting the ground running. I'm definitely gonna hit my word count, so I'm happy about that. And so I definitely want to just end this chapter on a high. I feel like each chapter needs to end on like some type of cliffhanger. For me, that's what I like. So that's the timer. It is up. Break is over. I will see y'all later on in this video. All right, we are done. We finished at 9 pages and 2,208 words. I didn't even end the chapter like I thought I would, like on a cliffhanger. The chapter literally just ended with Amali falling asleep because she's just exhausted. Like, she's just pure exhausted from the events of the day, and she literally just passes out, just leaning up against the corner as she's waiting for this competition to be over. So yeah, so I'm gonna turn to the, well, I guess I could show the screen here. Let's see. Right here, yeah. So you can see the stats. We are currently, damn, I'm trying to do this. Oh God, okay. I didn't notice this at first, but look, it says we're, wait, what does it say? It says we are at 9%. We made a total of 9% progress. I like that. I didn't notice that at first until the other day, and I was like, holy shit, that says I made 4% progress towards the project. I was like, oh, I like that. So we are 9% done with the book. That's so cool. So yeah, I'm just gonna end it here. I will see you guys tomorrow, Thursday, and then we'll be back in here Friday morning. Now, next week is going to be a little bit different because I'm going back home to Chicago for a week, but I'm still planning to write. I'm actually meeting up with one of my girlfriend, Erin. She also loves to write too, so you might see her in a video too, or you might just see us doing some writing together in the next week's clip, because you'll be getting this, like I said, you're gonna get the compilation of this week on Friday, and then you'll get the compilation of next week next Friday. Yeah, all right, so I will see y'all later. Hey you guys, it is me. It is the next day. I'm looking to make sure my camera is on because I don't want to be like last time where I thought I was recording and I wasn't. Oh damn, I did not hit the 5-minute timer. Shit. Okay, it's all right, I just started. So now our official 5-minute break begins. So I just finished writing for the first 30 minutes. It is 6:34 and I'm already at 733 words. Mind you, I don't know what the hell I'm really, I know what I'm writing. I'm just spitting out stuff. And I'm just like, I already hit 700 words in 30 minutes. I'm already at 3 pages. Oh my gosh, I'm getting there. So basically, this is the announcement of the competition for Amali, where, you know, stuff's gonna happen. And yeah, so I'm writing that chapter because the next chapter will be her debate. Chapter 4, and then that's gonna be the end of part 1, and then part 2 starts, and then that's gonna be the next section. Next session. That's when I'm entering another point of view. So yeah, it's going pretty cool. It's going pretty cool. Words. It's going well. I'm surprised I'm practically at like 800 words in 30 minutes. Like, that is, I was not expecting that. Like, I got the little notification because, like, for my goal, I'm kind of confused a little bit with Dabo when it comes to your daily word count goal is 720, but I already passed that, so I'm glad I'm at 700. And no, it's 724 is my daily goal. I don't remember writing that down. I thought my daily goal would be 1,666, which it does say that, but then it also says project goal, today's goal, written today so far, and then your daily goal. So I don't know, but anyway, I hit it at the park in like the first 30 minutes. Like, I am flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted right now. So yeah, I didn't even tell y'all what day it was. Today is the 6th, so March 6th. Obviously the next day. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna get started. Once, you know, the timer goes off, I only have about less than 3 minutes remaining. It's going well. I think what I am going to do, I am going to just fiddle with my plotting some more, just because it's the 0 draft. I'm kind of just writing a little bit by the seat of my pants, but I still do have that rubric. But I know I do want to eventually change some things. I don't know if I want to get started on that now, but I'm happy everything seems to be going smooth. Like, it's only been like the first 3 chapters. Everything seems to be going smooth. I am nervous, and I think that's just me overthinking it because I'm an overthinker, that I will be hitting a roadblock because there's some parts that I haven't fully thought out as of yet, as much as I would have hoped that I have, and I know I didn't. But the little lay flat acting up. Damn, what was I gonna say? I just lost my train of thought. Oh no, yeah, I think I'm only a little bit nervous that I'm going to hit a roadblock because there are going to be parts that I know that I did not properly flush out in my plotting, and I think that's going to bite me in the ass after the climax. Like, everything up to the climax I know is good. Anything after that, it's like, I know what I want, I just didn't really implement the steps on really how to get there that much. I don't really know. But yeah, so that's kind of it. So we're down to a minute. I'm just on a high that I damn near wrote like 800 words in 30 minutes. I feel like that is so good. My spelling is definitely shit. I really thought that Dabo was gonna fucking self-edit and do all that stuff. Like, I'm gonna have to be doing a lot of like restructuring of my sentences and like auto-correcting, because I'm clearly looking at words that I know are misspelled and there is no line or anything that is telling me to fix the fucking spelling. So I'm pissed. But that's, you know, low-hanging fruit on the thing. I'll fix that shit when I get there. Yes, we're down to 30 seconds. I'm going to get back to writing, and I will reconvene with y'all at the end of our next break. All right, it is 7:46. The timer just went off. We're done writing. We're done for the day. Like, it is insane. So let me go over the stats with y'all. So we wrote 2,380 words today. That is a total of 10 pages. We have 88 days left so far in the project. We've written 6,771 words. We only have 43,000 and so remaining, which is crazy. And we are 14% done with the project, or we made 14% progress, which is insane. Oh my God, just to see the numbers and just watch the bar moving. Oh, that's just exactly what I need to just keep me in the game. So yeah, so I just ended the debate scene with Amali and her mother, and so the next chapter is she's gone, she's out of there, so she started her new life. So yeah, that is it. That is basically it. So here are the stats. Trying to do this with one hand isn't the best. Oh wow, yeah, okay, and you can even see how, turn it this way, how like the stats are like right there and everything. I for some reason thought you can turn the camera around on the iPhone like you can on the Android, and apparently you motherfucking can't. So I was fucking salty, but yeah, I'm just going through it. It is so crazy. I've written 28 pages. Oh, just to like see it, like see if I can do it like far away where you really can't see anything. Okay, so it's kind of like that, and it kind of just goes like, isn't that so crazy? I feel like I've been accomplishing some things. I just feel so good. So anyway, that is it. Let me actually get into the frame. So anyway, that is it. I'm done. It is 7:48. Like, I hit my goal. I'm done with the chapter. I can go home early. Like, that's exactly what I'm about to do. Like, this feels good. If I could just stay consistent like this, get me a nice writing routine like this, I'm gonna be unstoppable. I'm gonna be done with this. Like, wow. So yeah, that is the end of this vlog. I will see you guys for the last time tomorrow, Friday morning. We'll be here from 10 to 12. We'll be writing chapter 5, and then I will get this video edited and up and posted for y'all to see. So I will see y'all Friday. Good morning. So today is definitely just a show up for yourself type of day. I do not feel the motivation whatsoever at all. Your girl is tired and uninspired. But I guess this is where the discipline comes in, right? Just to show up for yourself every single day. And I had a feeling that this was gonna happen. I feel like this typically happens to me. Like, I'll have like 2 or 3 days of straight just like I'm killing it, and then like the last day it's just like nah. But I also think that's because of the time difference as well. You know, normally I'm usually here at the library in the afternoons or evenings, and I'm here when nobody's here. Like, the employees are coming in because this bitch don't open until 10, and it is 9:50. My car is 4 minutes forward, so it's like 5:54 or something like that. It's not 10, so the employees are coming in. Right? But yeah, so this is definitely just a show up for yourself type of day. But I did show up where I did fill in my brows, and I did cover my dark circles, and I put on some gloss, so I did good. The dark circles are just gonna be dark circling, and that's just the hormonal acne is absolutely insane. I've never had this much hormonal acne, even when I was a teenager, and now it's all over the fucking place. Like, I don't even know what to do. I don't even want to leave the house, but you got to do what you got to do. So today I'm just strictly aiming for my word count, which is, you know, the NaNoWriMo word count, which is the 1,666, only because I don't feel like I have enough I don't feel like I have enough within me to bullshit 2,000 words. And I'm not saying that like my previous chapters are bullshit. But I'm able to finesse and just add words that still kind of makes sense. But with this particular chapter where I just finished the debate, it's like the end of the debate, is going, part into act 2. It's that just weird transition because she's not at the palace yet, but she's like on route there, and I don't really have anything significant in mind, so it's probably just going to be like a lot of like inner monologue and maybe her talking to a few people that she's going to be like going to the palace with. That will make more sense, because I really this is just a chapter where I'm just like it's going to be a little bit hard to be able to come up with the word count like I have previously been doing. Like for part 2, I already know I feel more comfortable jumping into part 2 than tackling this chapter right now. But that is just basically what we're doing today. We're just finishing up part 1. We just need to hit our word count, and then we can dip. I don't think I'm even gonna spend the full 2 hours here unless I like just sit in my feelings or something. I don't know. I'm just really just like just really just not in it today. Library's still not open. People are like going into the door, but it's locked. So, but I have vegetable juice in here because I hate eating greens. Fun fact: Ariana hates her greens. Not necessarily that I hate them, but I ain't gonna fucking lie. I do hate eating greens. Cannot get me to eat a salad to save my goddamn life. I don't know why, but I was following this girl on TikTok, and she was like, juicing has really been helping her get her greens in. So I was like, let me start juicing. And it's better than the coffee that I would have want to snack that I don't need to snack. So yeah. All right, I'm going to, my nails look atrocious. I am getting my nails done today, so that's good. That's gonna help boost my spirits. But yeah, so I'm just gonna reconvene with y'all probably during my second to last break, because I've noticed when I do talk to y'all during the breaks, I kind of do feel a little bit tired going back into the 30-minute writing sessions. But that's what I'm gonna plan to do. I'm just gonna do my writing sessions, break, and then I'll reconvene with y'all at the end of the day, or end of the writing session, and then I will have this up so for y'all to watch later on. Like, I'm so excited. Yes, I'm just so excited. There's energy. Never mind. It's here. It's just simmering beneath my, I don't know, my attitude, I guess. I don't know. So, all right. Hey, so the first timer just went off. I know I said I was going to reconvene with you guys later on after, but I already hit half of my word count already, which is insane. Like, I'm at 932 words in 30 minutes. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I'm low-key bullshitting this, and whatever is coming to mind, I'm just writing, but I literally already wrote half of my word count in 30 minutes. I don't even know how I did this. I don't know. Did I tell you what time it was? 10:37. So, yeah, like, so I have a remaining of 2 minutes left on my first break. I'm just gonna enjoy that time and just chill. I will then reconvene with you guys when I'm done, which will be in the next part. Like, I thought I'd be here for a minute, but I'll be done by like 11 something. Okay. So we're at our last break. I hit my word count goal, but there's a little bit more that I want to add. So right now, Amali is like kind of like in the carriage, the changing chamber with the princess. Like she's packing up all of her stuff and they're getting ready to go. And so I'm having this interaction with Amali and the princess where Amali is kind of freaked out about the princess' kindness towards her, and it's because, you know, she's not used to having friends. And I'm having it where the princess's personality is really like you know how you meet a stranger but they like tell you their life story, you know their social security number, you know their friends and their family and all that jazz. Like, the princess is kind of like that. She's like, what the fuck do I care if you know everything about me? Like, you know. everybody else knows everything about me. You might as well know everything about me too. So I have her. She's very, very open. She's very, very open with Amali, whereas she's just like, okay, like she's giving her clothes, her extra stuff. She's like, here, try this on, put this on. You look really good with this. And she's just like, you don't know me. I'm here to work for you. And I didn't know if I wanted the Princess Soraya to go like that. Not Soraya to go like that, but I kind of do, and I really like it. I really like it. So, because I know Soraya's, I keep going between Soraya and Soraya. I like the spelling of Soraya, but I say Soraya, and I'm like, so I might just end up changing her name eventually. Be like, oh, but yeah, Princess, I'm really liking what she's gonna pull out of Amali, because I know the Princess, she's gonna have a point of view. She's very important. She's everything that Amali is not, where she's bold. She, you know, I guess you could say she's both. Her and her brother Shamari are like the black sheeps in a sense, even though they're the only kids. They're the twins, but they're the only kids. But they kind of really don't give a fuck about what the elders think and all that stuff. They just literally live their lives. So she's definitely somebody that Amali is going to look up to for sure. But yeah, I'm doing their interaction right now. I really like it. I'm gonna end it in a little bit, like literally just a transition, packing up their stuff, leaving, they bouncing, and we go on to part 2. So yeah, I have 2 minutes left on my break. I'm going to finish drinking my green juice and ignoring all the pimples that are on my face. Although I read that, because I've been trying to juice for a little bit, that all the pimples could just be all the toxins are finally coming out of my body. So I'm like, oh, well, okay, that's good. So, yeah. But, yeah, like, I'm gonna wrap it up after this little last break. I'm not even gonna put the timer, I'm gonna finish it up, and then we're just really gonna be done. And I, again, come back one more time. So we are officially done. I am now on to part 2 of my novel. So just the stats, we are at 8,624 words in the entirety of the novel, and we have written 35 pages thus far. And yeah, like this is crazy. So we are at part 2, hitting the ground rolling. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Share if you care, and let me know how you guys' writing is going down below. And tell me if you guys like this style or this compilation of videos for, you know, the week, or would you guys like the daily writing stuff? Although I think the weekly stuff might just work out better for me, but you know, it's whatever works. So yeah, I will see you guys next Friday.